When I was 22, I started renting the downstairs apartment in my parents' house. It helped me save money, but also gave me some privacy. Even though my parents traveled a lot, it still never really felt like I had full freedom. But I couldn't have friends or girls over in peace. The apartment was open layout, a mini kitchen in the living area, my bedroom, bathroom, and a side entrance. One weekend, my parents were away. So, I invited my friends Anthony and Jay over to hang out, have a few drinks, and watch the hockey game. Since my parents weren't home, we blasted music and just chilled. We weren't wasted, but I definitely had a buzz by the end of the game. The fridge upstairs was bigger, so we kept the drinks there. I'd left the door to the upstairs. Unlocked, no reason not to. Since both guys had been drinking, they crashed at my place. The couch downstairs was huge, enough to sleep all of us. We all said goodnight, and I went to my room. A few hours later, I woke up. It was still dark. I heard footsteps, dot, 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 upstairs. I assumed it was one of the guys grabbing water. Didn't think much of it. But then, someone tried turning my bedroom doorknob. It was luck, thank God. I figured maybe one of them was drunk and confused. I didn't say anything, just pretended to be asleep. Dot. And eventually, I drifted off again. When I woke up, Anthony was already gone. Jay was still asleep on the couch. I asked if he tried coming into my room last night. He said he didn't think so, but he was pretty drunk. We got breakfast at a nearby deli and just chilled in the backyard. I didn't even bother asking Anthony. I honestly didn't care that much. At Saturday, I was out most of the day. Came back home pretty late but sober. I had a snack, washed up, and went to bed. Watched something on TV for an hour, then turned it off. Right away, I heard it creaks, thumps above me. In the kitchen, I tried to convince myself it was just the house settling. But then the doorknob turned again. I shot up in bed. This time, there was also a light knock. I grabbed my phone, texted my family, Anthony, Jay. Nobody responded. My parents weren't supposed to be back until Monday. I wasn't about to say, "Who's there?" Instead, I quietly grabbed something heavy and hid behind my dresser. I waited, 10 minutes. No more sounds. Finally, I whispered to 911, explaining everything. I asked the operator to tell the officers to meet me at my bedroom window. When they tapped on the glass, I opened it and gave them the key to the side door. Moments later, they were inside. We turned on every light downstairs. It didn't take long to search it. A small place. Then we went upstairs, room by room, and then my parents' bedroom. I heard the officers yell. I stepped into the hallway just in time to see them dragging someone out from under the bed. A man, tall, dirty, wearing a hoodie and shorts. They asked if I knew him. Of course not. Poof. The look he gave me, pure hate. It was haunting. Once he was out of the house, I finally felt like I could breathe. The cop said if we wanted to press charges, we'd have to call the precinct. But my parents didn't pursue anything since he was homeless, and nothing was stolen. To this day, I don't know how he got in. Maybe we forgot to lock the door that first night, or worse. Maybe he'd already been inside for much longer than we realized.